Hi everybody, this is Katie from Katie DeGroff Knits, and I am here to show you my little hack for never totally dropping your slipped stitches on smocked or quilted stitches. I've always loved this stitch, but I could not stand to drop all of my stitches and then the very next row come and pick them all up. It just left me very uneasy, gave me much anxiety. So I had to come up with a way to figure this out so that I wouldn't risk losing any of them. Also, if you can't work that next row right away, you want to be able to put your work in a bag or a side and come back to it and know you're not going to lose any of these slip stitches. So typically, patterns call for when you're working your last background row. For me, it's this cream. Over here where there's no stitch markers, easier to see. When you're working your last background row before you smock them together or gather them together, when you're working the wrong side, you will be dropping all of these slip stitches. So I'd be dropping all these pink stitches to the front of my work, and then the next row coming and working them. That leaves me very uneasy. I can't do it. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. What I call for is to gather them together with removable stitch markers. Now you can do this all on the entire row across the right side of your work before you work your wrong side row, or you can gather them together as you work that wrong side row. So I'm going to show you first how you gather them together on all across your right side row. So knowing which two to join together is going to be pivotal. So you have two slips. These two slips are essentially the same as these two. You're going to be gathering them together and bringing them over this larger group of stitches. So essentially, they are going to be brought together over these. So those are the two you want to join. You don't want to join the ones that are closest together. You want to join the ones that are further apart. Now on the ends, you may have one that's going to be all by himself, and that's okay. In my patterns, I tell you which ones, like this guy would be on a removable marker by himself. Then you're going to join these two together, close the marker. Then you're going to put this one on a new removable marker with this one, close the marker. That's when you're working it from the wrong side. From the right side, you can just take, and these are a beautiful thing. Picked it up on Amazon, about 10 bucks. You get, I don't know, 500 of them or some crazy number, but they're great as long as you put them back. As you can see, I have not put mine back, so I need to purchase another one. But take your handy dandy removable marker, and we're gonna gather these stitches together. Again, you want the ones that are coming over the majority of your stitches. So, and do not splice your stitch, okay? Don't put this sharp, pointy little object through the center of your thread. You don't want to do that. So, I'm going to gather. Don't mind Beasley, please. Beasley, stop. Okay, you're going to gather this guy with this guy, okay? And these will be joined together. Close your marker, boom, done. That way, when you come to them on your wrong side, drop them. And they are secure. So, I'm going to show you that one more time. Myself another marker here. You don't want these two stitches that are closest together. You want the ones that are further apart. So, get the first one, get the second one, done. Beasley. He's growling at a leaf out the window. Just have to excuse him. So that is how I've done this whole right side row. Now I'm going to show you another way that you can work just going to get up to where my first one is. These aren't slipped, these are purled. Okay, now I'm up to my first stitch. Now this guy is all by himself. So in my patterns, I'll tell you who's all by themselves, but these two are close together. So this guy would be all by himself. So we just gather him up on a marker, close it up, he is done. Drop it to the front of your work. Now when we get to the next one, grab a new marker. We are going to take him, put him down, and I'll tell you in my patterns when you need to close the marker. So the pattern would instruct you to put him on a removable marker, then put the next guy on the removable marker, and now we close it. He's done. And now I've already done these on the right side of my work. So when I get to them, all I have to do is drop them. And then drop this guy. Now, prevent a disaster here. Put my needle stoppers on. As you can see, when you come to the front of your work, they are 100% secure, and you don't have to worry about dropping them. So, then when you go to work your next row, they will be brought together. You will just pick them up off of the removable marker, remove the marker, and you're done. You don't have to worry about losing them or them getting pulled too tight this way, because if you pull one, this second one is going to go away. Now you don't have to worry about that. So that is my little trick for working smocked or quilted stitches, where you never have to truly drop them from your stitches, because for me that's just a no-go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and you can use it with any smocked or quilted stitches that you're dropping. Regardless, these have 5 stitches in between. You may have 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 or whatever. But you can either pick them up on the right side of the work, or you can pick them up as you work that wrong side. Again, the row right before you're going to actually work the smocked or quilted stitch. That's when you're dropping them. That's when you work it. Pick them up. Pick up a handy dandy little wheel of removable stitch markers, little bulb markers for yourself, and you will be good to go.